Addressing downtown Charleston, thank you for joining us. I'm Tessa Spencer. First at 6, Senator Lindsey Graham speaking with Lowcountry voters today about the government shutdown and his plans for re-election. He answered questions from both the audience and the press about the shutdown and about several provisions he helped include in the government funding bill. Our Cameron Limes was there today, and Cam, the senator, returned from Washington, calling this a win for Republicans. And did that come across during today's event?
Tessa, we saw a very confident Senator Graham earlier today. He talked about what made it into the funding bill and repeated his call for a strong, ongoing support for Israel.
Roughly 500,000 people who rely on SNAP, when they can expect to see funds back in their account.
Right now, hopefully today.
More than 500,000 South Carolinians on SNAP can breathe a sigh of relief. The Department of Social Services says benefits for November are being released after President Trump signed the funding bill that keeps the program running through the rest of the fiscal year. Senator Lindsey Graham made a stop in the Lowcountry less than 24 hours after the government reopened.
So I've never been more excited about my job than I am right now.
One major point of debate in Washington, tax credits for the Affordable Care Act. Democrats pushed to extend the subsidies, which helped keep healthcare premiums down. But Republicans agreed only to hold a vote in December. Graham called the demands unrealistic.
They were asking two things that nobody could give them. So the bottom line here is learn your lessons, both parties. Don't ever do this again. Nobody wins with the government shutdown. It's just the people lose.
Graham also took questions from the audience, including one about the newly released details in the Epstein files, which mentioned the president multiple times.
And use your brain for a minute. If you really believe there was something bad out there, you'd have to believe the Democrats knew it and did nothing about it. I don't believe that.
He also emphasized the need for America's continued support of Israel.
I'd rather help Israel do the fighting over there so it doesn't come here. I'd like to get the Arabs to recognize Israel to make the world a safer, better place.
And right now there is a ceasefire between Israel and Gaza as negotiations continue for the release of Israeli hostages.
Great work there, Cam. But what other provisions did Graham say he helped include in this bill?
He pointed to two. First, a measure allowing him and 9 other Republican lawmakers to sue the Department of Justice for $500,000 in damages they say occurred during the Jack Smith investigation, calling it a Watergate-level offense. Second, during any future government shutdown, all members of Congress would forfeit their pay, and that money would go towards lowering the national debt. Tessa?
All right, Cam, thank you very much. For more on the senator's visit, you can find that story on our website, abcnews4.com.